Okay guys, here's everything that I'm going to use to make the seafood boil. I'm gonna make an Asian style seafood boil. So that's why I'm gonna use some soy sauce, and I'm gonna use some Thai seasoning, and I'm gonna use my Old Bay seasoning, paprika, cayenne pepper, some ginger powder. I'm gonna put some eggs, corn, lobster, shrimp, crab legs. I have my onions over there. I have some ginger and I have some garlic. So guys, so stay tuned to see how my seafood boil is gonna come out. I'm not sure how it's going to come out, but I know it's gonna taste good because your girl got some skills in the kitchen. So I know it's gonna be good regardless. So stay tuned so you guys can see the end result. So I'm not adding any potatoes because I don't like boiled potatoes. I don't know, for some reason I just only like it fried, so I'm not gonna add any potatoes. And I'm not adding sausage because your girl stopped eating meat 6 months ago. Okay guys, now it is time to clean the shrimp and the lobster and the crabs. So basically what I'm doing here, I'm just taking those little legs underneath the lobster. This is optional, you don't have to do this, but I just don't like the way they look, so I like to remove them. And you're just gonna cut it open in the back because you want to remove that slimy little veins in the back. And the reason I cut it open too, so that the seasoning and the juice, because we're gonna make seafood boil, because we want this lobster tail to be well seasoned. We want all the juice to get in there, so that's why you want to cut it open in the back. And of course, I'm gonna use vinegar, lime, and salt to clean the lobster and the shrimp. I always clean my seafood with lime, vinegar, and salt because you want to take away the sliminess and you want to take away the seafood smell. That's just what I do. I'm sure I'm not the only one who does this. I know my Haitian does it. I know my Caribbean people, that's how we clean our seafood and our meat. So and also I clean the shrimp too. I didn't take all the skin out of the shrimp. I just cleaned the back, just remove the veins in the back, and that's it. And I'm just gonna take away those little pokey things from the crab because they are not needed. And also use the lime and the vinegar to clean the crab because you want to remove any, if there's any dirt, any sliminess, anything that could be on there. You just want to make sure you just clean that very well. I take my time to clean when I'm cooking, so don't mind me. It might take a little bit longer, but hey, I'm a very picky eater, so. And to finish it off, I'm gonna rinse them with hot water. I just like to rinse them with hot water. And this shrimp, I'm not going to cook it for too long. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna steam the crab, the shrimp, and the lobster together. So now I'm just gonna cut my corn, and I cut up 2 onions because you need lots of onions. So I cut up 2 onions and 2 corn. And we're gonna use about 10 cloves of garlic. 10 cloves of garlic, that's what I used. I don't know if it was 10 or 8, but it was a lot. And you're just gonna peel your garlic, and I'm gonna use this pilon to mash the garlic. You can use a knife to chop it, but I found it was easier to use this thing because it was easier to just mash it down on the board, on the cutting board. So you can do either or. So now in the pot, I have the crab legs, I added some Old Bay seasoning, some paprika, cayenne pepper, butter, a little bit of water, tiny bit of water, onions and garlic. And I'm gonna put the corn on top, and also I'm going to put the lobster for only 10 minutes. I don't want to boil this. I just want to steam this with the seasoning for 10 minutes only, because we don't want everything to overcooked. And here I have my pan that's pretty hot. You can use about 3 sticks of butter. This butter was more like a cube. It wasn't like a stick. It was like a big cube of butter that I had in the fridge. But you need at least 3 sticks of butter, because we were making seafood boil. You need lots of butter to make the sauce very buttery and very creamy, if that makes sense. You're just gonna add your garlic, add your onions, and you're gonna let that cook for 5 minutes. You're gonna let it fry up. The garlic, the onion, the butter, you're gonna let everything fry up for 5 minutes before you start adding your seasoning. You see how it's frying up nicely? That's what you want. I'm gonna add cayenne pepper. Lots of it. Paprika. Cajun seasoning. I'm gonna add Cajun seasoning, as you guys can see, if you can focus. This ginger powder. Old Bay seasoning. And guys, I don't measure anything, because I mean, I just don't measure. I don't mind. Do you see how lovely the sauce is looking now? Like I said, I was making an Asian style seafood boil, so I'm gonna add a little bit of this Thai stir-fried sauce, just a little bit. I just want that little sweetness. A little bit of soy sauce, not too much. And a little bit of brown sugar. Now I'm gonna stir that on low. Let me lower it down. I'm just gonna let this sauce cook. A little bit of lime juice in there. Light stir. So I'm gonna take a little bit of sauce from the crab that was boiling, and I'm gonna put a little bit in here. Okay, now that I put everything, and I forgot to tell you guys, I did boil 3 eggs, and here's the shrimp. I just steamed the shrimp, the crab, the corn. I just steamed them for 5 minutes with a little bit of seasoning. And now I'm adding some paprika just for color. Paprika is not spicy. You just add it basically for color. There's no flavor, no spiciness to it. It's just basically to give your food some nice color. And this is looking lovely. It is my first time making seafood boil, and it turned out great. It is so good and juicy. Look how juicy and thick the sauce is. You want your sauce to be red, thick, and juicy. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.